The Volvo XC60 is a decent large SUV, if not as recommendable as a BMW X3 or Land Rover Discovery Sport. Although four-wheel drives are available, it's better to think of the XC60 as a higher riding, more rugged looking version of the solid estates that Volvo is famous for, rather than a go-anywhere 4x4. The XC60's engine lineup is an exclusively diesel affair. The newer 2-litre D4 model is all the car that you'll ever need, although it is exclusively front-wheel drive. If you need the extra traction, then there's the more old-school 2.4-litre, confusingly also badged D4, but this isn't as efficient or as refined. Most versions of the XC60 have a comfortable ride that's in keeping with the family car brief. The standard suspension setup is forgiving over most surfaces, even if it occasionally thuds over sharper bumps and potholes. High-spec cars come with larger wheels which have a firmer edge, while our design versions have a stiffer and less forgiving suspension. It isn't a car for keen drivers, but it feels stable enough through the corners, even if there is more body lean than rivals. The steering isn't especially responsive, which is welcome on motorways, but not so good around country lanes, but this is slightly better in the sportier R-Design version. You won't find many more refined cars in this class than the XC60, thanks to low levels of wind, suspension and road noise. The engines are a little gruff when revved hard, but it's quieter in the D4 and not especially irritating. With the XC60 you get the raised driving position that SUV buyers absolutely love. You also get a fully adjustable steering wheel and seat, which means getting comfortable is really easy. The seats themselves are classic Volvo, generously proportioned and fabulously supportive. Other than the electronic parking brake, which takes a bit of getting used to, the dash is sensibly arranged. Some of the switches on the centre console are unhelpfully small and similar in appearance though. The infotainment system includes everything you'd expect, but the interface isn't as up to date as rival systems. DAB radio and Bluetooth are standard though on every car. The view all round is good, and all but R-Design versions come with rear parking sensors as standard. A rear view camera is an option across the range. A well-priced winter pack option includes a heated windscreen and headlamp washers, as well as heated front seats, while a blind spot warning system is also available as an option. One of the most appealing features of the XC60 is the cabin. It feels every inch a premium product with plush materials and solid build quality throughout. Some of the plastics further back in the cabin are a little more rugged, but they're designed to withstand the rigours of family life. The controls all feel well engineered too. There's plenty of leg and headroom all round, and the XC60 is on a par with all of its key rivals. The rear seats don't slide like they do in many competitors, but they do fold with a 40-20-40 split, and it does create a very large load bay which can fit pretty much about anything, within reason. The front passenger seat folds forward too to cater for very long items. The 495-litre boot doesn't quite match that of the Audi Q5 or BMW X3, but it will be big enough for most families. And the generous width, low load height and lack of lip makes the most of what's available. The XC60 isn't a cheap car, but then again, neither are its rivals. Resale values are pretty good, although they're not the best in class. The front-wheel drive D4 offers particularly low running costs for a car of this type, being one of the most efficient engines in the class, though the four-wheel drive cars aren't so impressive in this respect. Every XC60 gets plenty of standard kit, including climate and cruise control, automatic wipers and lights, a DAB radio, USB socket and a Bluetooth phone connectivity. Entry-level SE trim offers the best blend of price and equipment, but note that it does without leather seats. The Volvo brand often performs well in reliability surveys, with individual models performing well in the class. Our reader reviews suggest that most owners are happy with their car. The XC60 has a 4-star overall score. As you'd expect with a Volvo, it scores well for safety too, and with standard kit that includes twin front and side airbags, cabin length window airbags and automatic city braking, it managed a full 5 stars from Euro NCAP. While it may not be the best to drive even in sportier R-Design trim, it makes up for that with its classy, versatile cabin and strong range of engines. For more information, search for the Volvo XC60 on whatcar.com, and to keep up to date with all our latest video road tests, click subscribe.